And being in the hospital, it's weird that you would have a hospital in this place. Millions of people are murdered. You have a hospital for prisoners. And both of us obviously were running very high temperature, contagious, so they put us into the hospital. And after a couple of 3 days, we got better. And you get the same food, but you don't have to do anything. And one day, about the 4th day, the person in charge of the block, actually the secretary, comes over, he says, you, out. I said, could we stay here another day? He says, no, I want you out right now. Well, out is out. So we leave, and the reason he told us to get out, because that afternoon, there was a selection in the hospital. If I would have stayed there, I would not be alive. And the reason he told us to do that, because a person from my town in Slovakia, who was shipped to Auschwitz in 1942, his name is Bumi Gittelman, was here for 3 years. And when we came, I recognized him, and he was quite helpful. He knew when we were in the hospital. He knew there's going to be a selection, made sure that we're out of there. To survive, among other things, somebody, someplace along the way, had to help.
Like your cousin.
Sometimes you had to be ignored, because if you were in the way, somebody's liable to shoot you or shove you over, and suddenly you're in the gas chamber. So they needed help, but the one thing you needed, which was absolutely necessary to survive, not sufficient, but absolutely necessary, you could not give up. The moment you gave up, you became something called a Muslim. What it really means is that you became skinny, lethargic, didn't care, and once that happened, you were gone. So it was absolutely necessary to want to live. Not sufficient, unfortunately, but absolutely necessary.